Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Hello. What's up? What's up? Hello. Early squad rolling in. What up? What's up, Zethagar? What up, Mackle? What up, Ace Crazy Dude? How's your Sunday going? It's going alright. It's going alright. Bop, boom, bop, boom, bop. What up, Love and More? What up, Riesling? What up, Olay? Drinking this beer. I believe it's an anti-hero IPA. Hazy IPA. Is that what it is? Yeah, Hazy Hero. I think it's pretty good. Aaron to Pittsburgh? Honestly, I'll take Aaron Rodgers to anywhere that wants to give us draft picks. Like, legit. I will take Aaron Rodgers for, like, 3 first-rounders. Send it over. No, 2 first-rounders and, like, a second, third, and, like, another third or something. I'll take it. As long as he goes to the AFC as well, that's fine with me. No, not NFC. No Chicago. Super Dan with the 42 months walrus time. That is walrus time. Swipe. They have the 42 months. Speaking of which, by the way, we now have an 8-year sub badge in honor of Sir Walrus being the first to 100 months here. The 8-year badge is a walrus. So, yeah. We need somebody that's been subbed for 8 years to show up in order to see it, but I guarantee it's good stuff. I might even make it an emote, honestly. It's a pretty good emote. We'll see. I have to teach tomorrow. Y'all stay safe, though. See you later, Flippity Flapjack. Wait, what do you teach? Sad for Crendor, happy for QAnon Rogers behavior. That's true. That's why I'm just ready to move on. Honestly, he was part of the reason we lost. Quasi9, 59 months, got here early for once. Hell yeah. Sweet. Almost to 5 years. How you feel after that epic all-nighter stream last night? I feel pretty epic. Middle school? Oh. That's pretty neat. Oh yeah, middle school, you just kind of teach, like, all the subjects. I remember that was, like, middle school days. All the teachers would teach, like, everything. Summer Azura, 18 months, 18 months. What? 18. Sweet. Thank you for the 18 months. You left OBS running, and on Discord you had streaming all day night. Oh. You know what? I think I left it running on my other computer that I do Warhammer stuff on. So that would make sense. Yeah. So I didn't have it on this computer. Oh, I saw Sam Strippin got the silver. Look at that. Silver Sam Strippin. I gotta drop the sub goal. Too high now. Yeah, I was like thinking about what to stream, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stream it just chatting. I don't even care. I'm in the mood to just chat. Robbing it up, 50 months. Thank you, robbing it up. Thank you, robbing it up for the 50 months. Robbing it up. Speaking of Warhammer, priming a tank with a brush on primer is taking forever. That does sound like it would take forever. He's on the road to plat or rage quitting. Dude, I'm like gold 1 in TFT. Gold 2 in solo queue. Gold 1 in TFT. I think I'm going to hit plat in TFT before I do in solo queue. If I could stop getting top lanes to go 08 and 0, that'd be pretty nice. I did see Banjos on the Switch now. I'm going to play it on the Switch this year. Probably in the next couple of weeks, honestly. Not this weekend, because this weekend is Pokemon. But maybe the following weekend, I think would be a good time. So that should be fun. Could you deal with the Cloud being the guy who cuts Rogers, though? No staff in the league wants to deal with that, sadly. They're not going to cut him. There's 3 options. 1 is he retires, which is a possibility. 2 is that he stays, which is also a possibility, but I think less likely. And then 3 is that they trade him. He's not a free agent, though. He's got a year left. He's got a year left, so it would be... I think they might just trade him. Honestly, I think the 2 most likely things are they trade him or he retires. It's one or the other. Part of me thinks he might retire out of spite. Honestly. But if he wants to keep playing, I think they trade him to either the Colts, the Steelers, or the Broncos. One of those 3. I think the Broncos would probably be most likely. I wouldn't even mind him going to Denver. Get some, like, Mahomes-Rodgers battles going on over there. I don't hate Denver. That'd be kind of fun. We could take all their draft picks. Like, here's the thing. I feel like if the Packers just get a bunch of draft picks for Rodgers, and then... Yeah, the Colts have no first-round pick. I think it would be the Broncos, most of all. They get a bunch of first-round, or just a bunch of draft picks in general. I still think they could be okay. Like, they still have a decent offensive line. They've got good running backs. They would need the draft wide receiver and probably a tight end. The defense is honestly solid. The defense played great. I still think we have a solid defense. I think they would still be able to win the NFC North because the NFC North is pretty shitty. It would definitely... We would not be a dominant team. That's for sure. But, like, Matt LaFleur wants to play like the 49ers play. He wants to play run-heavy motion offense. And so I think that's the big thing that he, like, wants to start going. Like, if he can, you know. I mean, look at what Rodgers did. Like, there was a double coverage play to Adams, and he threw to Adams. And he had Lazard wide open in the middle of the field. He did the hero ball thing. The thing I talked about Kansas City doing all year. He did the hero ball. He was like, oh, I got a wide open guy, but I'm going to take the deep shot. That's the Rodgers' biggest weakness, is he tries to, like, play hero ball. The defense did amazing. Like, you couldn't ask for a better performance from the defense. If he could have got one more touchdown, he would have been fine. I do have Necrons. I have Necrons, and I played a 500-point Necron game last week, so I learned how to play them. Favre did. It's funny because Brett Favre went 12-10 in the playoffs, or 10-12, something like that. And Aaron Rodgers was like 10 and 11 or 11 and 10, like extremely similar stats, and they both won one Super Bowl. So in the grand scheme of things, they're pretty much like the same. Which, you know, still fun. The Aussie punter for the Seahawks. Oh, yeah, that guy's pretty cool. Yeah, 40K. The only armies I really like in 40K are Necrons and Orcs. That's like it. But it's better than nothing. I'm probably going to build some, honestly, so that I can play both. They both had a scandal. Yep. It's going to be great. Honestly, so here's my Packer off-season plan, all right? Trade Aaron Rodgers. Get a bunch of draft picks. Go into the draft. Draft a quarterback in maybe like the second, third round to back up Jordan Love just in case. We draft a wide receiver. We draft offensive and defensive linemen. Just make the line strong. Linebackers. Just make solid defense. And then, a couple wide receivers, tight end. I mean, we'll have so many draft picks from the Aaron Rodgers trade. It's going to be great. And then just load up. Bunch of young talent. We still have plenty of good players. We got Jair Alexander still. You know, we still got solid linemen. Got Bakhtiari. Got Elton Jenkins. Although he won't be back till like halfway through the season. People underrate defense. Like, defense does win games. Like, if you get a 4-man pass rush, like, look at the Rams today, even though they choked it for a while. Like, you just get a solid, like, not only defense, but offensive line. If you get a solid offensive line, you can put anybody back there, as long as you give them time to throw the ball. And then or you can just run the ball. Like, honestly, just run the ball. Look what the Patriots did for a while. They just ran the ball 50 times. So, that's all you need. So I actually think that would even be more fitting for Lambeau Field, because I think part of Rodgers' issue is that he would probably play better in a dome, to be honest. Like, he'd play better in warm weather or in a dome. Like, he's 0-4 in cold weather playoff games. Like, the Packers should honestly build more of like a running game style defense or offense. So, it is what it is. I'm ready to move on, honestly. And that's fine. Some people are like, but then we won't have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and it's like, whatever. It's got to happen eventually. Might as well do it now and get something for him, Stemavesa with the 100 bits. Thank you for the 100 bits. It's the same with the Cubs, honestly. Like with the Cubs, they traded away everybody, and like they weren't going to win, so you might as well get something for them. There's my baseball thoughts thrown in there. Ready for Total Warhammer 3? I am very ready for Total Warhammer 3. It's going to be fun. I'll probably play some Nurgle in that. Probably play Nurgle. Oxen Obsidian 23 months. Crendor wearing white gives cult vibes. I imagine this would still be what cult leader Crendor would talk about over the intercom at the compound. Sports and Warhammer. It pretty much would, yeah. What? Thank you for the 23 months. Oh, I didn't play my Wordle today. Ah, jeez. Dude, I was so mad with the Bills-Chiefs because it's like, it was all decided by a coin toss. Granted, both defenses sucked ass, so that is part of it. But, my God, the overtime rules are so dumb. Like, at least give the other team an opportunity to tie it. Like, at least give the Bills a chance to go down and get a touchdown to tie it or something. It's so stupid. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to guess squib for the Wordle word. And we got an I. All right, how about built? Okay, we got nothing. Okay, how about... words. Okay, we got R. Okay, alright. Okay, we got, okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot other people have to guess the word. Alright, I'm not gonna say what the word is, alright? Oh! Dude, I've almost got it. I got 3 of the 5. Bud, friendliest with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Bud. Swag. For the Twitch Prime. It's got to be one of these, right? Oh! What? That word sucks ass. This game sucks. You gotta shit me. I got it on the last attempt. Such a stupid word. It is a stupid word. I agree. I agree. Dragon Isles, yay or nay? I don't give a shit. As long as it's good. They should call it World of Warcraft. Please be good. Like, it could be World of Warcraft, The Legend of the Dalaran Sewers. Like, I don't give a shit. As long as it's good. That's all I want. World of Warcraft. The Burning. The Burning. Just call it The Burning. It's like an STD. Just make World of Warcraft Mulgore. Something with, like, Tarn. I just want a Tarn expansion. That's what I want. I'd play the Dalaran Sewers expansion. Finally dislodging the sword after 4 years. Yeah, can we get that sword out of the ground in Silithus? They're just like, hey, isn't this sword, like, bad for the world? And they're like, leave it in. It's like when you get shot by an arrow. It's like, leave it in, don't take it out. Any plans for Daikia 4? Probably no Daikia 4, but I do want to do, like, a mini D&D thing. Based on my book's world. So a way of, like, combining the two worlds. Well, not even combining the two worlds, combining the two, platforms? I don't know what you would call it. I guess platforms would be true. Dude, writing a book is hard. I've made it a thing now. So, like, what I used to do when I woke up was I'd eat breakfast, and then I would waste time doing dumb stuff, like watching stripping streams, watching Gmart streams, playing League of Legends, wasting time, right? So then I was like, why am I doing this? This is so stupid. So then I was like, what if I just use this time to either read, write, or, like, build Warhammer, just do something creative. So that's what I started doing. It's been great. Because usually what I would do is, like, I'd wake up around, like, 12:30, like a normal person. Occasionally like 1 p.m. and then eat breakfast, and then I was like, all right, I normally go to the gym at like 4. So I was like, I got a couple hours, and instead of wasting it, I could just like do productive stuff. So that's what I do now. Honestly, writing dialogue's pretty easy for me. The hard part for me is writing the detailed stuff. Does that make sense? Like writing the stuff like, this was Jimmy's this is the way Jimmy did his thing, and then you like describe like Jimmy's world or whatever. Like, I always do really bad at describing the environment and everything. Lonesome Troll, 14 months. Save the 14 months. What, 79? I don't know. They're 14. Sweet. They were the 14 months. We already recorded Cox and Crendor, actually. I don't know when it's going to go up, but we recorded it. Like, where do I got? I got it somewhere around here. The hardest part for me is, like, I think I can write fine, and I can edit fine and go back. I do too much dialogue, honestly. My problem is the in-between description parts, which I already said. But, like, detailing, or not detail, but, like, fleshing out the characters in the world. Because I'm like, alright, I want this guy to have, like, I don't know, a sister. So he's going to talk to his sister before he goes out to the thing. And then I have him have a conversation, and I was like, I don't even know anything about his sister. So I have to, like, start going into detail, like, what's his sister like? Does she have any powers? Is she going to matter in the story at all? Is she going to, know something that nobody else knows? Is she going to, and, like, you just start going through all these questions. And I'm like, all right, so I have to flesh out this character. Then once you develop that, you're like, well, now I have to go back and rewrite that because now she's different. So then you rewrite that, and then you're like, all right, so we go to the next part. And then I'm like, wait, but then this character also has that issue. So I'm like, now I got to do that for this character. And then I do that. And I'm like, well, actually, if I do that, then I'm going to rewrite this chapter because then this thing doesn't feel right. And I'm like, what if I just make this character the main character? And then I go back, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then I'm like, I need booze. So that's what I do. So like I've said before, my big thing is that I want to write a book that isn't just like some generic YouTuber ghost written, hey guys, I wrote a book, buy it because I need money, and you're going to buy my shitty book because I just don't want to write one of like whatever, right? I want to make like an actual good book. Nick's third nipple, 200 bits, save it 200 bits. So yeah. I tried Scrivener, but I didn't really like it. I just use Microsoft Word. Yeah, I'm writing like a, it's a generic fantasy story, essentially. I was gonna write a trilogy, and then I've realized that I'd rather just write a one-off book. So it's like a one-off book. But it's based in the world that I would write a trilogy in if I ended up actually writing a trilogy down the line. Because the thing I realized is that most people, when they start writing, they want to write a trilogy. Because a lot of the things that they like are trilogies, especially like movies and shows or whatever. And so you're like, I want to write that. And then you realize that's like one of the hardest things to write. And then when I actually read books, the books that I enjoyed reading tended to be one-off books compared to trilogies. Because I feel like with one-off books, you compact the story. So it's like, maybe it's like 600 pages, but like, it's one book, so like, whatever. And it feels like everything flows faster, and I kind of like that more. And I feel like once you've like developed your writing style and gotten all that, then you can actually progress into writing trilogies or whatever. Because the first book you write, no matter what's gonna suck compared to everything else. Yeah, the biggest thing is just finishing it, so. Breath of the Wild music freaking out. Are you reading the 54-plus book Horus Heresy Saga? No. Well, when I realized that, was after I read Brandon Sanderson's stuff. Because I read Warbreaker. And I remember I read Warbreaker because people were like, just read something to see if you like someone's writing style. And I was like, all right, I'm going to read Warbreaker. And it was like 700 pages. But after a while, I'm just like, dude, this book's great. It had a bunch of twists and turns. I liked the characters, and it was good. And then I tried reading A Way of Kings. And I got like a third of the way through. And I just couldn't keep going because I was just so bored. And people were like, it's going to pick up. It's going to pick up. Here it comes. And I was just like, I'm just going to... I'll come back to it. Like, it just takes so long to get going. And I was like, So then I started reading other stuff. I have not read the Dragonlance series, no. I could write the Elf Romance trilogy. I'll probably end up writing it at some point if I enjoy writing that much. But I don't even know what the Dragonlance series is, no. Dragonlance series? I have not read that, no. Oh, it's like an older series. I'm reading Howard Carter's book about the discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun. I'm also a grandpa. That does sound like a book you would read. Hold on. I tried reading Mistborn a while ago, and I read a bit of it, but I didn't really get into it. Out of all the books, Warbreaker was the one that I liked the most out of for Brandon Sanderson. I also bought his other one, which is like one of the first ones he wrote, which was called, I started reading it. What's it called? I'm gonna look it up. Brandon Sanderson books. Elantris. It's called Elantris. So I started reading that book. So that was another one-off book he wrote. Yeah. So far, it's pretty good. I like it. Let's see. Lightbringer. Yeah, I haven't read any Lightbringer stuff. Have you read any of the Sword of Truth series? I have not. I haven't read a whole lot, to be honest. I've been trying to read more. Like, for a while, all I would read was, like, in my 20s, all I read was, like, marketing books and, like, biographies. I don't know why. I was just like, I want to learn marketing and biography. Probably because I just did YouTube and stuff, you know? So, like, that's all I would read. But now I'm just like, I'd rather read fantasy. Is it possible you could do a coffee video similar to the wine one you did? Wait, coffee video? Wine video? Oh, the one I did for Nixium? Where I just drank wine and talked about it? That one? I had to think about it for a bit. Yeah. I don't know, the thing with coffee is, like, I mainly just like dark roasts. Wine, I'll try, like, any wine. So. I'm not a big light roast person. Medium roast is okay. I just like dark roast. Wine tasting is probably my best thing. Like, if I had to drink one thing, it'd be wine. Well, actually, no. It'd be coffee, but wine's, like, right there. Actually, I've had a lot of different beers and stuff. I like tasting different beers as well. My trifecta is just, like, beer, wine, coffee. Like, that's the three. Light roast is too acidic for me. It just gives that, like, you know, that kind of, like, that taste. Makes you go like that. Dark roast is very smooth. Lower acidity. It's stronger but lower acidity. Wait, did I get your bits next to your nipple? I'm pretty sure I did. You not have gut issues with coffee? Not really. Yeah, not really, honestly. My Buffalo Bills dealt me yet another psychological blow. Yeah. I was cheering for Buffalo, man. I know Sylvinder's not here. He's probably drinking. I really like Buffalo. Buffalo's been a team that I like in hockey and football for years because the Bills and the Sabres give me like Cubs vibes. You know what I mean? Like they're a lovable team that just can't win. And so I relate to that as somebody who is a Cubs fan. And after like 100 years or whatever, they finally won, and it was great to see. So I'm happy I got to see a Cubs World Series in my lifetime. In fact, I was saying it earlier, but like, I've seen every one of my teams win. So a lot of people are like, Crendor, you don't cheer for my team because it gives you bad luck. All right, I've seen every one of my teams win a championship, all right? I've seen the Bulls win, although I was like 9 years old, but I remember watching it, so it counts. I've seen the Blackhawks win 3 Stanley Cups. I've seen the Packers win 2 Super Bowls. One of them I was like fully coherent for. The other one I was like 7 or 8. So I kind of remember it. I remember being at a Super Bowl party with my dad, who was a Packers fan, and he was like, yeah, Brett Favre, here we go. And I remember just being like, I want to go home. But right after that year is when I started watching more Packer football, and that's when they lost to the Broncos. And I remember being like, dumb Broncos, I don't like them, stupid John Elway. That's when I really started getting into football, and my hatred grew. And then 2010 was like my full-on, like, Aaron Rodgers. Dude, that was a great year. 2010, Aaron Rodgers. You know, he wasn't anti-vax yet. He was having fun. We had so much hope. I remember watching NFL Network. They were like, man, the dynasty of the Green Bay Packers. Is this like are we going to see like 5 Super Bowls? 6, 7 Super Bowls? They may win every Super Bowl from here on out. All I got was pain. A lot of pain. But, you know, I guess it's more fun than watching a... Like, I would have rathered watch playoff losses than watch the Jets play. So, I mean, you know. My first real football memories of Bills fans watching wide right as a little guy and crying my eyes out. I remember watching the first... Honestly, the first Bills memory I have was the Music City Miracle play. And I remember watching them in the playoffs and the Titans doing that play, and I was like, whoa! And I remember I wanted the Titans to win, and then the shitty-ass Greatest Show on Turf won. Although I didn't really hate the Rams, but I wanted the Titans to win. Main point being, I've seen 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime. So, I mean, you know, still better than, like, 80% of the National Football League, so whatever, I'll take it. Plus, I got to see, like, top-tier quarterback play. And then I saw the Cubs win the World Series. So that was something I never thought I'd see. That was like the cherry on top. I was like, I don't know if I'll ever see the Cubs win. And then they did. And that was another one where they're like, dude, the Cubs, look, they're going to be the best team ever. And then they sucked ass after. Because all they could do was hit home runs. All I could do was hit home runs after. They're like, here we go, postseason. They're like, strikeout, home run, strikeout, home run, strikeout. So, yeah. I saw wide right cheer because I'm a Giants fan. I hate the Giants for 2007. Destroying the Brett Favre miracle run. And then I hate the Giants for 2011. Destroying the 15-1 Packers back-to-back Super Bowl run, which was supposed to be Packers versus Patriots. And then, yep. Yep. But, you know, Honestly, the most, I think out of every sport, the most depressed I've been after a loss was probably the 2014 Packers-Seahawks championship game. That was like the most depressing loss ever. Because, like, there's 5 minutes left. And you're like, this is it. We're going to the Super Bowl. It's over. And then the series of events occurs, and then everything just implodes, and then it's over. You literally just went from, like, we're going to the Super Bowl to, like, oh, never mind. We're going home. Like, it was one of the worst moments. That was the beginning of the end. So, yeah. What was the score with 5 minutes left? I don't even remember. All I remember was Morgan Burnett intercepted the pass, and then he, like, had room to run, and instead of running, he just slid. And I was like, why aren't you running it back? There's, like, 5 minutes left. Are you stupid? He was stupid. So then they get the ball back, and they don't do anything. They punt it. The Seahawks score. They did, like, a fake field goal touchdown. I remember if it was then. And then the onside kick where, again, special teams. You would think from 2014 we'd learn that special teams is important. Apparently it's not, because we get a blocked punt yesterday and 2 field goals to lose. And then they recover the onside kick. As soon as they got the onside kick, I was like, it's over. They've got all the momentum. It's over. I knew it. I knew it was done. Zanry, 19 months. Buffalo is also popular with Canadian sports fans for some reason. I guess it's on the border. David, 19 months. It's one of those things where, like, you just know, right? Like, earlier this year, I said if the Packers lose in the playoffs, it's going to be for 2 reasons. Either they beat themselves or special teams. And they literally did both. And I was like, I'm not even surprised. Like, I'm not even surprised. San Jose Sharks game 7, not a major call. Vegas up 3-0 in the game, and San Jose call. It comes down 4 goals, 5 minutes, tie it up, go OT, lose OT, breakaway by Barclay Goodrow. That one hurt. I will say the most fun I've had was watching Blackhawks Stanley Cup runs. Out of all my teams, the Blackhawks were probably the most fun because they actually won numerous times. Like, they were the one team where they were like, could this be a dynasty? And they, like, actually were. So that was fun. Like, I saw 3 Stanley Cup wins. I'm, like, set for life. I'm good after that. I saw the one, and we were like, woo, we won. And then we, like, beat Boston, and we were like, yeah, we won again. And it was like, 3rd time? Awesome. I'm good. Yeah, Chicago and LA traded cups for 5 years. They really did. That one year, they took LA to Game 7, too. Those were the days. Good times. We did have many Russians. We had Marian Hossa. We had... who's our goalie? Kubalik? Maybe it was... No, not Kubalik. He was the Berlin Wall. What was his name? Hockey people. I don't remember. Nickname Berlin Wall. Goalie. Played a bit after Blackhawks. With Tampa Bay, maybe? Host is Slovakian. Oh. What the shit's his name? Nikolai Khabibulin. That was it. Khabibulin. Yeah, he was the Berlin Wall. Dude, we had Bufflin. Dustin Bufflin. Just staying in front of the net. Deflect pucks in. Kane and Taze in their prime. Had Nicholas Hjalmarsson. He was solid. We had some solid players back then. That was good times. Honestly, even with the Packers, like 2010 was like net front presence. 2010 was so good. We had like Aaron Rodgers wasn't full of himself yet. We had Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson, probably my favorite Packer of all time. I also drank his wine. Great wine. Drank it during the Packer game. Helped me cope. I was so happy we got Charles Woodson a Super Bowl. He was like the one dude who deserved it. Nick Collins was good on that team. The Packer defense was really solid. They had Sam Shields, Jordy Nelson. Our running game sucked ass, but it didn't matter. I swear to God, you're better off just being a really hot wild card team. Like when the Packers won the Super Bowl, they were just a wild card team that got hot at the end of the season. The next year, the Giants were the exact same. And then this year, the 49ers are that team. That's why when the 49ers got in and they were hot, I was like, it's over. 49ers are gone. Like when I saw that happening, I was like, it's a repeat of the Packers and the Giants from like 2010, 2011. And then here they are. I called it. I was like, I've seen this script before. I've seen it happen before. Nelson was like the OG Cooper Kupp, honestly. Thank God Tom Brady lost. That's what like made my day. The combination of the Sinvicta lock failing. That's number one. Finally, the Sinvicta lock failed. Tom Brady lost. And so none of the football podcast people have their teams left. So I'm just cheering for a Bengals-Rams Super Bowl. I would love a Bengals-Rams Super Bowl. I think that'd be really fun. Two fun, high-powered offenses going at it. Kansas City's also that, but I'm tired of seeing them. No offense to Chiefs fans. I don't actually dislike the Chiefs. Kelsey helped me win the fantasy league. But I just want something different. I don't even hate the Rams because they have Stafford. And I cheer for Stafford because he had to play with the Lions. The man had to play with the Lions, dude. For his entire career. It was funny because Sinvicta was like upset after the game, and I was like, it's funny because like we both predicted this for our teams. I was like, Packers are going to lose because of special teams. They did. And their shitty offense, so they beat themselves. And then he said the Buccaneers are going to lose because of the secondary. He was like, if you want to beat the Bucs, just pass. And they literally lost because they just passed down the field for like 70 yards. So it was just funny. It all boils down to like when you got that weakness, it sure comes through at the end. In fact, I called the Cowboys. Back a couple weeks ago on the podcast, I was like, the Cowboys are going to lose because Mike McCarthy is going to do some dumb clock management thing. And lo and behold, he did a dumb clock management thing. And I was like, there it is. Can't make it up. He's done it for like his entire career. History repeats itself. So, the other fun fact, Cowboys have now won as many playoff games as the Jacksonville Jaguars since 1995. A little bit of a fun fact for you there. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I like sports. I was really having fun this year with the Bulls, and then they all got injured, so that was neat. Where can one hear this football podcast? Right here. There it is. I actually like watching basketball probably the most. Well, football might be number one still, but like basketball's a close second. I really like basketball a lot. I also played basketball in middle school. I enjoyed playing basketball. I don't know. Big fan. Bulls. The Bulls were like fantastic, and then the entire team just got injured. I'm just like, dude, can we just not? Can we just not? You know what the worst part about yesterday was? I was like, okay, Packers lost, and then it was like, the Blackhawks are on. And I was like, all right, sure. And I turn on the Blackhawks game. They're winning 3-2 with 2 minutes left. And I was like, finally, I can see one of my teams win. They give up a goal to the Minnesota Wild. Game goes to overtime. They lose. And I was like, all right. Cool. It's a fun sports night. And then today I was like, at least I got the Bulls, you know. Bulls are in second place. They're pretty good. Lose to the Orlando Magic, last place team. Yep. Yep. But what are you going to do? I love sports, and I don't care who knows. Sports is just like, it's such an intense thing. It's such a, like, pure luck thing because there's like 32 teams in each sport for the most part, and so there's like every year there's like a 1 in 32 chance your team's actually gonna win, but that chance is actually probably about like a 1 in 20 chance, because usually you got about like 12 teams that just suck ass, that are like rebuilding, they're garbage, whatever. Right? And so it's still like so random, which is why it's crazy that the Patriots won so many Super Bowls. You know what I mean? It's wild. My only knowledge of football is cheer for 49ers, Raiders, hate any team from Texas, New York. Let's see. Let me go through all my teams that I dislike. Okay. Teams in the NFL that I dislike. Patriots, Cowboys, Giants, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Bears, Vikings. There we go. NBA. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Raiders are on there. Chargers are now on there. They're both on there because of the game they played this year. I dislike both those teams. Also the Steelers. You know what? Steelers are like borderline just because of this year. Let's see. In the NBA, not a big fan. I don't like the Nets. I don't like the Cavaliers. I don't like the Knicks. I used to not like the Heat, but I guess I don't care now that LeBron's not there. Let's see, in the West. I don't like the Lakers. The Lakers are just the Yankees of the NBA, honestly. Like, I hate it. Everyone else, I don't really care. The Lakers really are just the Yankees of the NBA. Everyone else, I'm kind of like, whatever. Pistons, I kind of hate just from the 90s, but like I don't give a shit anymore. I actually like the Magic. Who else there? I kind of like the Hornets. I used to like the Bucks until they have shitty-ass Grayson Allen fouling Caruso and breaking his wrist. And there's still like Bucks fans on Twitter like, he was trying to make a play. Like, shut up. It's Grayson Allen. Dude's been playing dirty since like college. I like the Grizzlies. I like the Timberwolves, actually. I wish the Timberwolves were doing better. Actually, you know what? They're 7th. That's not bad. Let's see. NHL. I don't like the Red Wings. Not a big Canadians fan. Don't like the Flyers. Don't like the Blues. Definitely don't like the Blues. Don't like the Ducks. Don't like the Sharks. And don't like the Kings. And don't like the Canucks. Canucks are way up there. Definitely hate the Canucks. What else we got? Oh yeah, baseball. Hold on, this shit's loud. I gotta turn this down. Or I'll just skip past it. Okay. Alright. MLB standings. Here we are. Hate the Yankees. Red Sox, I used to like, but now I'm not a big fan of the Red Sox. But, like, Yankees are definitely number one. Actually, you know what? No, the Cardinals are probably number one, then the Yankees. Houston, not a big fan. The Mets, do not like the Mets. Oh, the Dodgers. Dodgers are number one. I hate the Dodgers. Hate the Dodgers. Oh, my God. Even being... Dude. One time, me and Jesse were eating at... What shit's that place? I don't know. Some burger place in L.A. There's this guy there, sitting at the bar. It's not even like a good bar. It's just like a burger place bar. And he's watching the Dodgers with his Dodger hat on. And they, like, They, like, struck out in the ninth inning to lose the game. And he, like, turns his hat around and he's like... One of those games, dude. One of those games. He says out loud to himself. And I'm like, shut up. You lost, like, one regular season game. And I guarantee that guy is, like, a fair weather fan. Like, I just hate it. I hate it. I think it's because I've been to L.A. so much. Whatever. Let's see. Who else is here? Everyone else, I'm kind of like, whatever. I actually really hope the Orioles get good. I like the Orioles, and I like their weird bird head mascot. Like, he's just a happy bird. You know? He's just a happy bird. And he's 52 wins and 110 losses. And I hope the Baltimore Oriole bird can finally just win in the stupid-ass Yankee division. Which is actually dominated by a bunch of good teams. Who else is here? I kind of like Seattle. I hope Seattle Mariners do well. Texas, kind of whatever. Miami, don't really like Miami. I was happy Atlanta won, actually. I hope the Brewers do well, even though they're in the Cubs division, but, Who else is here? I like San Francisco. They're not bad. I like the Giants. I like the Padres. I like the Rockies, actually. I like all the West teams except the Dodgers. So, yeah. People accuse LA fans of being fair weather, but LA largely stay loyal to LA teams. They don't talk much of their bad, but they don't switch support. That's true. I think I just don't like LA. I just don't like LA teams, so I just, like, tie that together, when really, I'm sure they have a bunch of loyal fans. I think they do have a lot of fair weather fans, but they also have a lot of loyal fans. It's just like they kind of get a bad rap because of it. If you watch any Aussie sports, I've watched, like, all I watch is, like, NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL. Like, that's all I watch. And then the Olympics when they're on. Golden State Warrior fans. Oh, yeah, that's like a fair weather fiesta. The Warriors sucked ass for so long, dude. I remember playing video games, and the Warriors were garbage. They would have, like, what was his name? Baron Davis? They had Baron Davis as, like, their best player for, like, forever. Like, they Warriors used to be a joke. And then once they got Steph Curry, that, like, all changed. So, like, it's just... Nah, I don't really watch soccer. I'll watch, like, the FIFA World Cup when it's on or something. But, yeah, it was... Warriors were trash. Like, what was it? Warriors... 2005. Let's pick a random year. 2005 Golden State Warriors. What they have? Will Bynum, Calbert Cheney, Baron Davis, Mike Dunleavy, Derek Fisher, Monte Ellis. Oh my God. Jason Richardson. It was like their best player was Jason Richardson. 2008. Let's try 2008. They still had Baron Davis. No wonder I remember him. Matt Barnes. Did they have Matt Barnes? Marco Bellinelli. Oh my God, it's all flooding back. Kings fans probably have the understanding that their team will never be as big as the Dodgers or Lakers. I do feel bad for the Kings because they had that one year where they literally got screwed over. Like the guy actually got accused of fixing the games, and it was like proven that he fixed the games. Like if you go back and watch the Lakers-Kings series, I remember watching it when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old or whatever, 11. And it was like, they were like, Kobe Bryant was like wide open shooting. And they were like, oh, foul. And they're like, what? Nobody even touched him. That was dumb. Sacramento Kings were good. They had Peja Stojakovic, they had Vlade Divac, and they had Chris Webber. And they had Mike Bibby. That was a good team. Yeah, Mike Bibby. It was like basketball's like Eminem. Oh yeah, they had Doug Christie, former actually Toronto Raptor. Back when the Bulls were really bad after Michael Jordan left, I was a Raptors fan because I liked the Raptor logo, so I really liked Vince Carter. And that was like a great time. They had Vince Carter. They had Steph Curry's dad, Del Curry. They had Doug Christie. They had Antonio Davis. And they had Morris Peterson. Who else was there? Oh, yeah, they had Tracy McGrady, actually. I know way too much about sports. This is what happens. Nuggets fan? Yeah. I like the Nuggets. I'd like them to win. I just like when, like, off-brand teams win, you know what I mean? That's why I want the Bengals and the Rams to play this year, and then I hope the Bengals win, but still. Otherwise, it's just like, here we go again. Chiefs, whoever. I thought you were talking about the LA Kings. Oh. I don't give a shit about the Los Angeles Kings. I hate the Kings. Oh, yeah, the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs are the Cubs of hockey, honestly. It's the team everybody likes in hockey, but can't win. The shit? Oh. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. It's just... Also, by the way, the NFL overtime rules are garbage. I hate the fact that it's just all decided on a coin flip. Like, can we at least have it so that if one team scores a touchdown, the other team gets a chance to score a touchdown? You would think the NFL would like that because they have to run more advertisements, right? You would think. It's not like we're playing overtime every week. Even if it's only for the playoffs. Like, please, just even if it's just for the playoffs. When the teams are actually good. I hate it. At least do, like, some college rules or something. I don't know. I hate it. There was a few times where the Packers had that happen, too. I think it was the Hail Mary game. Packers-Cardinals, Hail Mary in the playoffs. Packers lost because they didn't even get to touch the ball again. Because the defense was ass. It's just dumb. It's stupid dumb. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. That's my sports rant. This is like me ranting about sports for like 20 minutes. I don't know. I grew up loving sports. I was that person where, like, in school, I didn't know anything, but I knew all about sports. Because I think I just really enjoyed sports. And, like, statistics. And, like, player stats and all that. Yeah, I think sports is fun. It's very tribalistic. My team beat your team. It's literally just like war. It's like my country defeats your country in the medieval ages. That's all it is. Whatever sport it is, soccer. It's just another, like, war thing. Or tribalism. Yeah, but nobody dies. Unless, you know, the occasional NFL player. There's been some instances where I'm like, is that guy... Is he alive? Like that guy with the Chargers earlier this year. My God. He didn't even get hit. He just, like, landed weird. And he was like... It was the, It was where he was like this, but he was, like, kind of shaking on the ground. And that's when Joe Buck was like, it's a little chilly outside. I was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's definitely not a CTE, spinal career-ending injury. Just a little chilly outside. Thanks, Joe Buck. Son Cole with the 17 months. Thank you for the 17 months. Zooey Mama. 17. Swing. Thank you for the 17 months. Yeah, he's just shaking with excitement. He's excited his career's over. It's just, you know. I think there's that Seahawks guy. It's like Ricardo Lockett. I think that was his name. Dude was, like, motionless. Like, he actually looked like he was dead after he got hit. That was probably the, like, scariest hit I've seen. Grotch Willis, 57 months. They were the 57 months. What the passive? I don't know what the passive dude. Not what the passive, not what the passive, not what the passive, not what the passive. So, they have the 57 months. Grotch Willis. Oh, yeah, the Buda Baker hit last week. That was pretty bad. The thing is, like, some people are like, you know, I don't know if we should be allowing this or whatever, but, like, they know what they're getting into, right? Like, when you sign up for football, you know what you're expecting, right? You know, I'm probably going to get brain damage. This isn't good for my long-term health, and I might die, but, like, they do it anyway. I mean, it's like, you know, fighting, like boxing, UFC fighting. Like, that's not good for your health, right? Getting knocked out is probably not a healthy thing for your brain health, but, like, dudes just want to fight. So, I don't know. If that's what you want to do, like, let them do it. I would honestly be alright if they didn't wear helmets. Like, I actually think part of the reason they do dumb shit is because they wear helmets. I think if they removed the helmets and they'd actually hit with their head... Like, rugby. Like, they don't wear helmets in rugby. They wear the, like, old school, like, football helmets, right? I feel like if they just had to wear those old leather helmets, they'd have a lot less injuries. Yeah, give them the rugby hats back. You know? I think that'd be fine. No helmets probably would have prevented all my concussions. Yeah, it's like people put a helmet on and they're like, nice, now I can lead with my head. And it's like, even when you lead with your head, you have the possibility of, like, crunching in your spine when you just go full missile and, like, boom. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, it's the human missile syndrome. Rugby hats don't help at all with concussions. They're for protecting your ears. I mean, I think the biggest thing is it takes away the psychology of it, right? Because people are like, I'm wearing a helmet, I can hit with my head now, and it makes you have better tackling form, which seems like it would be better, just in general. I don't know. Dude in high school had that happen. He wasn't the same since. Yeah, like, that shit'll mess you up. It's like getting in mini car accidents, honestly. Not even big spearing hits, small contacts, the line over And over with helmets adds up. Yeah, that makes sense. There's like plenty of times where, yeah, you like, they'll like hit helmets, but it's just kind of like, ooh. Like it's just little hits like that. Where you're still getting like whiplash, essentially. We had a guy die in my high school when I was there. Oh my god. That's why I played basketball. I played basketball and soccer. Yeah, there probably would be a lot of bad habits from people just still hitting with their head. When I played basketball, I was like the Alex Caruso guy. I could like occasionally hit a three-pointer, and I would just get a bunch of steals and play like scrappy defense. That's like all I did. Because I just had good reflexes, so I could just like watch where they're going to pass it, and I would just like intercept the ball when they'd pass it. And just play annoying defense. That's all I did. I was terrible at shooting. I played lacrosse. Worst injury was probably someone snapping their shin in half and it coming out of his skin. Oh my god, that happened. Oh, who'd that happen to? Oh, was it Paul George? I think it was Paul George in the NBA. Back when he was with the Pacers. He like took a shot. He like did a jump shot and he like jumped up and he came down or something and his shin like went and it came out through his leg. And that happened to someone else. Who was it? Sports brain. Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward when he was on the Celtics. Boom. That might have been his ankle, actually. I think his ankle came out. Yeah. That was the one where Dwayne Wade like went down on his knee and was just like became like a meme or something. You want me to start dinner? You can get all the stuff out now. I'll probably only talk a couple more minutes. I just wanted to do my chill just chatting stream tonight so I could rant. And rant I have. Oh yeah, the Joe Theismann leg snap. That's right. I forgot about him. Either way. Sports. Rant about those Packers. I already ranted, Dave. I've already ranted. And then I got to rant again on Tuesday when we do our football podcast. I was so broken. Yep. Thoughts on Rodgers going somewhere else? I said at the start, but like I'd trade him. I'd legit trade him and just get as much back as I could. Because if you don't, then, you know, he's probably just going to leave, and you'll get nothing. So you may as well, you know, trade him while his value's still high. Get, like, at least some first-rounders, second-rounders, third-rounders back. And then, you know, see what you can do. They still have some decent players. Maybe you can, like, get another veteran quarterback or, like, someone to compete with Jordan Love. Maybe we've got Russell Wilson. He used to play with Wisconsin. Get old Russell Wilson back there. Could be fun. I'd enjoy that. Bring Russell Wilson in. He likes Wisconsin. How's the workouts going? Not sure if you talked about it, lady. Workouts are good. I've just been doing my standard workouts. I do like arms and shoulders, or no, I do arms and chest one day, then I do shoulders and like back, and then I do cardio, and then I have an off day, and then I repeat. So that's usually my schedule. Honestly, I still see Rodgers probably going either the Broncos or maybe the Steelers. It depends on who has draft capital. I think the Broncos have draft capital, so they'd be fine. Plus, they have, like, pretty decently high picks. Like, where do they pick? Maybe, like, 13 or something? They pick 9th. Ooh. I would take a 9th overall. Wop, 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 wop. Would you rather have Rodgers for another 4 years or 2 firsts? At this point, I think I'd rather have the 2 firsts. Probably because I don't think our cap room is going to allow for us to be competitive enough. And I think Rodgers has just... He's too full of himself now. He plays hero ball. Like, I don't know if you saw, but like one of the top posts on the Reddit is he had Lazard when he threw into Devontae Adams double covered, right? Devontae Adams is double covered to the right. He has Lazard going up and running a post across the middle, and he was wide open. Wide open. And when he throws it, you go like, oh, it must be going to Lazard. He's wide open. He's throwing into double coverage with Adams, and he just missed it. And it's like, if he's going to do that, like, we may as well just put Jordan Love in. Like, at this point, like, we're not going to win playoff games if he's just trying to do that every time. So just, like, move on. Give me my 2 first rounds. Give me my cap room, and let's, like, move on. You know? I'd rather just do that. Sano. I still think they could probably win the NFC North, even if they traded him away, to be honest. Because the NFC North is so bad. You have the Lions, you have the Vikings who just fired everybody, and you have the Bears who just fired everybody. Like, it would be close, but, like, what if the NFC North's going to get, like, 9 or 10 wins? And they could probably win by just playing defense and running the ball. So, I'd rather just do some trades, get more players, just move on. You know, he's also got, like, he's just going crazy. He's got as the quarterback gets older, like Brett Favre, they just get weird. They send dick pics. They start talking about the woke mob. That's where we're at. So, yeah. Yeah, cap room is, like, terrible. Like, Packers, cap. 10 key players who could be gone. All right. So let's see. Adams, Rodgers, Campbell, Zadarius Smith, Rasul Douglas, Preston Smith, Tanyan, Valdez-Scantling, and Cobb Lazard. I mean, here's the thing. You probably re-sign Lazard. You let Cobb go because he's old and he was just there because Aaron Rodgers is there. I don't even think you bring Tanyan back. Like, he was okay. He kind of sucked ass this year. I think Rodgers has made him better. Probably let Valdez-Scantling go because he's fast, but he drops shit. Preston Smith you let go. You bring back Rasul Douglas. You bring back Devondre Campbell. Zadarius Smith, maybe you bring back, but probably not. And then Adams and Rodgers probably aren't going to come back. So you probably have a shit ton of money. So I think you just draft, and then you just try to rebuild from there. Honestly, I would rather just build a 49er-style team where we just play run-heavy offense and better defense and special teams that aren't trash. That's what I would do. I think that's what LaFleur wants to do. Will Dan ever be on the podcast again? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Adams will leave if Rodgers leaves. No doubter. But that'll free up a bunch of cap room. Yeah, we still have Dillon and Jones. We still have Bakhtiari. We still have Elton Jenkins, who's playing great. Offensive line's, like, not bad. Probably just draft, like, maybe one offensive lineman. Draft a bunch of defensive linemen and linebackers. Re-sign Devondre Campbell. Secondary still really solid with Alexander and Stokes. Amos. Savage. Like, I don't think they'd be that bad. I think they'd be good enough to be competing for a wild card spot at the minimum. So, yeah. I'm not too worried. Jimmy needs to go. He just stays in the pocket when he gets rushed. Like, I think what I would do I would keep Jordan Love, and then I'd draft the quarterback in, like, maybe the second or third round. Well, it depends. If there's, like, a good quarterback left in the second or third round that you have, like, high hopes on, maybe you take him and have him compete. Or you try to get, like, a Russell Wilson or something to replace him. Because, honestly, if they bring in Russell Wilson, they'd be able to compete just as easy. Hold on. Free agent QB 2022. We can bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick, dude. Easy. We'll ride Fitzmagic to the Super Bowl. We can bring in Mitch Trubisky, the former MVP winner. That could be good. Would you rather be a football coach or Blood Bowl coach? Probably football, because then my players wouldn't just die. Most likely. Alright, well. I'm probably going to go cook dinner now. Oh yeah, I guess they'd have to trade for Wilson, so I don't know. They would have to trade. I don't know. Trubisky is actually better than people think. He had to deal with Matt Nagy, who's awful. But yeah, thank you for listening to me rant about sports for an hour. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll be back to my normal video game playing self tomorrow. If you're new here, click the follow button, follow along, be alerted when I go live. Check out links below the stream. A whole bunch of links down there. Thanks everybody for subscribing and resubscribing. Dropping bits. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Okay. See ya.